Okay, so in the last video we read our comments from the database. We displayed them here. Now it's time to put our comments in the right order. Let's go ahead and do that. So first, let's start with the alignment. So for the alignment, we need to come to the item builder here. So in the item builder, let's cut this, our message here. Let's Control X. Then let's return this like this. And then here, what we can do is let's remove this and then close it out. We actually need to close this as well, remove that, and then let's put a comma here like that. So in here, let's now return what we need to return. So let's return an alignment widget. Let's return alignment. So inside here, first of all, let's get our UID. So let's say string UID. This should be equals to context dot read. We are going to read in our authentication provider, or maybe we're already reading that on top here. No, we are not reading it. So let's read authentication provider dot user model dot UID. That's how we get our current user ID. And then now in the alignment here, let's say alignment, and then here let's check if the user ID is equal to what we are getting inside the element at a field called constants dot sender ID. If this is equals to this, we want to say alignment dot center right. Else we want to say alignment dot center left. So this alignment will have a child, which will now be the text that we just cut. So it was a text field which came from element dot constants dot message. Okay, let's close it out. So here, let's format this. Here we are just checking if our user ID is equals to the UID in the sender. If you are the sender, it's going to be on the right side. If we are not the sender, it's going to be on the left side. So let's hot restart. So we are the sender, that's why this has come to the right side. So now let's continue. So next, let's create the widget for this. First of all, let's try to send a message one more time. Let's see. Another message. Let's say 2. Okay, we have an error. It says type timestamp is not a subtype of date time. Let's come out from there and come back. We still have the same error. Let's hot restart. So the application has started. Let's go back to post and let's get inside. Okay, we have a same error. Let's see where it's coming from. Inside here, and then where is that? Not attached to any view, which is okay. So this is the error that is causing all this. Let's minimize and then let's come back to our grouped list view. Here we need to, so that error, we are probably getting it because we are not yet reading the database. So here we need to initialize the timestamp. Okay, so for that, let's check here. So this date, let's first check if it is equal to now. If it is equal to now, we are going to have date time dot now. Date time dot now. If it does not equal to now, that's now when we are going to get this, because let's copy this and then change this to date time dot now, and then let's put it as to date. This is why we are getting the error, because even here we just did it like this, date time dot element dot message time. We did not put this to date here. So we are fixing two errors at once. If we have, for example, slower internet, if this date hasn't loaded, we can get the error. But first, what we are doing here, if this date hasn't loaded, if it is now, we are going to get the current date. Else, if it has loaded, we are going to get this element and then get the date, and then say we add this keyword to date. So let's restart the application again. Okay, let's go into the post, then let's get inside. So you've seen that now we have loaded because of what we have done here. So I think let's also do the same even here on the text. So even on the text, let's before we show this text, let's have a check. So here let's check the if we grouped by at a field called constants dot message time. If this is equal to now, which means we haven't yet loaded the data, let's show the text text widget, and then inside here let's get the date time dot now. Here we need to say to string. Okay, in the else, if we have loaded, let's show what we are showing here. Okay, so let's say Control A and then right click and then reformat code. Okay, there, seems to be fixed. Now let's try to send the message again. Let's say another message 3. Let's send. Okay, now we are getting the messages correct, which is good. And then now let's move on. So we have done the alignment. Now let's check this. So for this, let's create a new widget for the text. But let's just stop this video right now, and then let's continue with the text widget in the next video.